Now, you might be wondering why there are two people in the video today, and why one of us has a Chrome logo on their chest. That's because this video is going to be all about Chromebooks, and why choosing an Intel Core processor when buying a Chromebook is a great choice if you love value and performance. Hi, my name is Jonas, and with me today I have Tobias.
Hi, thanks for having me, Jonas. My name is Tobias. I work for the Chromebook team in the Nordics as an experienced manager in Sweden.
And we've talked about Chromebooks before, but usually we've had more focus on traditional laptops. And even though a lot of the things we mentioned about processors directly translates over to Chromebooks, there are enough differences that we felt the need to make a video where we cover everything you need to know about Chromebooks to be able to sell them with confidence.
Yeah, that's right. We've joined forces today to explain why, in general, a Chromebook is a great option when choosing a laptop, but more specifically, why choosing a Chromebook with an Intel processor probably gives you the best experience.
But let's start with the basics. Switching to a Chromebook means that you need to learn a new operating system, as Chromebooks uses Chrome OS. And every time you change devices, it can be a bit of a hassle to set everything up, especially if you're used to a different infrastructure. So Tobias, what would you say to the people who have those concerns?
Telling you switching to a Chromebook couldn't be easier. Just go into your Chrome browser on your old device, download the backup and sync program, log into your Google account and choose your sync settings. That way, when you open your Chromebook, all the files will be there for you. There's no need to hassle with an external hard drive at all. All you need to get started is a Google account, which most of us already have. And if you don't have one, well, just create one when you start your new Chromebook. And remember, a Google account doesn't need to be a Gmail, it could be any email or even a phone number. That way, everything syncs throughout your devices using that Google account, such as your files, photos, and emails. To get the best experience for you, download all the apps you want from the Google Play Store, which we already know from our Android devices. And you can even have multiple accounts for easy sharing within the family. And thanks to the Google ecosystem, it only takes a few seconds to get familiar with Chrome OS. So in other words, it's very easy to switch to a Chromebook.
Another concern people might rightfully have are viruses and security. Can you tell us a little bit about how antivirus software works on Chromebook?
Well, all Chromebooks come with a built-in antivirus to keep you secure all the time. All Chromebooks have a built-in Google security chips, which uses end-to-end encryption, turning data useless to potential hackers. They also have a read-only approach, so no changes can be made in the OS by others. And there's also a feature called sandboxing, which keeps all tabs and apps in an isolated environment, meaning that if one tab crashes, the others continue to work perfectly. And every time you boot your Chromebook, it does a self-check called Verified Boot. So it scans your operating system, and if it detects that it has been tampered with, it downloads a new one from the cloud, so your Chromebook will be as good as new. Combine all of that with Google Play Protect that scans up to 500,000 apps per day, and you can rest assured that you'll be secure all the time. A Chromebook updates automatically every 6 to 8 weeks to ensure all components have the latest features. And the best thing is, it does it all for you, built in for free. So there's no need to buy antivirus when buying a Chromebook.
Now that we know that Chromebooks are safe and easy to set up, let's talk about performance. So what makes Chromebooks stand out from other devices when it comes to speed and responsiveness?
Well, Chromebooks, they start fast and they stay fast. So a Chromebook only takes a few seconds to boot up, actually always under 10 seconds. And the operating system, Chrome OS, it's only 4.5 gigabytes in size, so it's tiny. So combine this and that you're relying on cloud storage, the Google Drive, which doesn't clutter your hard drive, allows your machine to stay fresher for a longer period of time. A Chromebook has 8 years of automatic updates to ensure it will start fast and stay fast.
And even though Chromebooks are fast in and of itself, there are differences between different devices depending on what processor they have. And one of the most common things we see customers doing on their device is surfing the web. Compared to a Celeron processor, an Intel Core i5 is up to 4 times faster in web browsing. This means that if a website takes 3 seconds to load on an Intel Core i5, it takes up to 12 seconds to load on a Chromebook with a Celeron processor. And when it comes to content creation and working with photos and videos, speed and responsiveness are probably the most important feature. And Adobe Lightroom is a popular app for editing photos you take with your DSLR. And most of the time, the RAW files from your DSLR can take a long time to import. Compared to a Celeron processor, the Intel Core i5 is up to 3.5 times faster when importing those files. To put that into perspective, if it takes you 15 minutes to import all your photos using a Chromebook with a Celeron CPU, it will only take you about 4 minutes on a Chromebook with an Intel Core i5. And for video, it's the same story. And almost everyone is a content creator to some extent. And for simple video editing, for posting on social media, free apps like Cyberlink Power Director are a great choice. When exporting video from a video editing software, you need to encode your video, a task that can take a long time depending on the length of the video and the power of the CPU. Compared to a Chromebook with a Celeron CPU, a Chromebook with an Intel Core i5 is up to 5.4 times faster. So if the video encoding takes 20 minutes on a Celeron CPU, it will only take about 4 minutes with an Intel Core i5. But even if you don't use photo or video editing software, you can still see a huge difference in performance when using Google Docs. When importing a Word file into Google Docs, the Intel Core i5 is up to 8.2 times faster than a Chromebook with a Celeron CPU. Again, a file that takes you 1 minute to import on a device with a Celeron processor only takes about 7 seconds to import on a Chromebook with an Intel Core i5. The key takeaway here is that going for an Intel Core i5 or even an i7 when choosing your new Chromebook not only saves you a lot of time, but you also get a more responsive and fast experience while working on your device. But performance, security, and setting up your device aside, another thing most people value a lot when it comes to choosing a new laptop is battery life.
That's right, long day at the office? Well, no worries. A Chromebook has all-day battery life, meaning a minimum of 10 hours. And they use USB-C cable to charge them, which means you can switch between devices. And think about how much more you're getting than just a stronger CPU when investing into a premium Chromebook. 360 degrees convertible touchscreen, better chassis, more internal storage, more RAM memory, better sound quality, high resolution screen, backlit keyboard, and so much more.
So to summarize, all your photos, documents and emails will synchronize with other devices using the same Google account.
And Chromebooks have free built-in antivirus to keep your files safe and ensure your device is running smoothly at all times.
All Chromebooks boot in a few seconds, and premium Chromebooks comes with a larger and faster local storage. Combine all of this with an Intel Core i5 or i7 and you will get a very responsive and fast experience no matter what you use your Chromebook for.
That's right, and Chromebooks have an all-day battery life, meaning a minimum of 10 hours, and they all use USB-C cables to charge.
And that's all for this video about Chromebooks. We hope we inspired you and that you learned something new. And I also want to thank Tobias for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me, Jonas. It's been a pleasure.
So take care, have a nice week, and I will see you in the next video.